Greenlight YouTube channel. We have brought the Greenlight time attack focus down to, of course, BD performance, and we're going to be getting some bits and bobs done, some necessary bits and bobs done. Now you're thinking, BD performance, that was a long way from Essex. It is a long way from Essex, and guess who drove this car for 4 hours? We're down here at the BD performance anyway, and we're going to be jacking the Greenlight car up, and we're going to be doing some bits and bobs which the guys are going to go over and we need to do. We're also going to dyno the car, and we will probably be doing that in the next video because we've got quite a lot of stuff to do today. We don't want to make it too long. So the main thing we're here for is it's actually got an RS clutch in there at the minute. It did used to have a twin plate, but because this car is used for different things, it's used for time attack and it's used for marketing purposes, taken to shows, we had to take like an in the middle approach. So it has got radio, it has got speakers, it did have a twin plate clutch, but for ease of use driving to shows you put that RS in, but we've realised that for what it's going now it needs to have a twin plate clutch in there. So we do have an extreme twin plate clutch which is going in today by these lovely gentlemen, and also a few more issues with the car. We have a steering rack issue sometimes, especially when it's cold. In the centre of the rack it gets really stiff and it's quite dangerous to drive, so we're going to have a look at that steering rack, and obviously we're going to have a full look over the car, get the ease opinion, bang it on the dyno, see what it's making. But first of all, let's fit the twin plate clutch. So we have a bigger throttle body, do we?
Yeah, 70mm one, like you requested.
So what size is on there at the minute?
65mm.
Okay. Roughly,
so it's only a 5mm increase, but you know, people still run them. I suppose it's less common now, I think. Quite a few years ago, everyone wanted a 70mm throttle body, whether they were running massive power or not. I'm not convinced that unless you've got the right setup, it's a particularly good and fruitful modification. It's not expensive. They're under 300 quid for a second-hand refurbished one. You know, but
not expensive.
Yeah, but new these things were like.
Would you get an extra 5mm for 300 quid? When our steering rack's doing that, is it common that they do that?
What is it?
What's steering rack? So
sticking in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the reason for that? Why do we do it?
It's the pinion, where the pinion from this column goes into the rack. Where's a flat in it, so it's like, if you can imagine that when it reaches a flat spot, it gets stuck. It's very common.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's quite dangerous actually sometimes.
That's worse.
Because you're pulling like you've got the power steering, and all of a sudden it just kicks in.
It kicks in. Yeah. Like, we don't normally take subframe off to do the clutch.
Yeah, but you may as well for doing the rack.
But because we're doing the rack, I did it up in the air and drop the subframe off as if I was doing the steering rack, and then do the clutch while that's off, and then do the steering rack and finish off with the other half of the clutch job, if you know what I mean. Grabbing the room.
Yeah.
It's internally inside there, where's a flat spot on the pinion.
So can you get them refurbished, or are they just good to go in the bin really?
They go back. There is a surcharge on them, so Ford take them back.
Right.
And there's a few companies out there that refurbish them, but we've been caught out before where we've sent them off for refurbishment and they basically miss that. They just put new seals and stuff like that on them, and they come back and they've still got the warm pinion. We did find one company years ago that knew exactly what the problem was and they fixed it really well, but unfortunately they went under.
So what you said, these are about 600 quid new from Ford?
Yeah, mega money, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mega.
So this is the gearbox oil, is it?
Yeah, this has got some blue stuff in it. So I think maybe we keep this and put it back in.
Yeah,
he's obviously got some different gear oil in it.
Some decent oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty new as well, doesn't it?
It's clean, but I don't know if you can tell there, but it is actually blue.
Right, yeah. Go on, mate. Go on. Is that the bolt or? No. This is, I wish I had this when I was trying to get my rear hub off through the FS13. Jesus Christ, I can't even watch that. Is it turning?
No.
Not good.
Fun, is it?
Never, ever.
Was it
Had
slipping?
to use anything like this before, normally.
Right, we got it. I was filming about 100 times and I didn't want to film more times, but we got it when I weren't filming. Of course we did. Had to whack on a... What size is that normally, an 18?
18,
Yeah,
we had to
whack
go
on a
one down
17.
because it rounded it. It's going to drop now.
Coming out or dropping in? So is that the RS clutch, is it? By the looks of it. Just a standard RS one?
Standard RS, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's in pretty good condition. It's probably just slipping in the power, is it, or what?
I think it was more of a... I think they know they're going to be doing a lot of time attack this year. So they wanted to do it now before it was mid-event, so to say. So here is the clutch that we've supplied. Let's just say the first time it went in the car, it didn't do a proper bedding in. So it's got a few heat scores. But it's a trim plate, mate. You can handle it, surely. Yeah,
but it's just rattling around loose in here. Hopefully there's enough to make up a full set there. Yeah. These are, whilst new, they're a little bit shiny. Just in places.
Well, this clutch has only done 3,000 miles, but they were 3,000 all aggressive miles, I believe.
Yeah, it's not actually particularly discoloured too badly, but it definitely had some pain immediately rather than bedding in. Yeah. I think
I don't think
this one was the worst one.
Yeah, the bedding the bedding in procedure was not stuck to fully, I believe.
What was it? What was the bedding in procedure? Full send?
The bedding in was fit and track.
Full send.
Fit and track. So that looks like the new steering rack, does it?
It's the new old one, yeah.
The new old one, yeah.
Yeah.
So we gave you the the clutch with 4 bolts too little, didn't we?
There's a few bolts missing from the cover and 1 bolt missing from the flywheel, actually. It
turns
out. But yeah, I randomly had a new set of the same flywheel bolts loose in one of these drawers, so good. We're all right on that one. And Daz has been down and got matched up the bolts from the clutch cover, so we're all good.
We've also done some other little bits in terms of tightening up the ducts. There's some air ducts which feed through the bumper to the air filter. We've tightened them up properly and we've put them on. I think they fell off in the process of driving. But we're just tightening everything up now in the engine bay, putting all the intake back together, make sure everything's tight. And I think, are we going to take it for a drive? One of them can. I've had enough driving this car. So I think we're just finishing bleeding up the clutch and putting the steering column back on. And then we need to fit our 70mm throttle body, which most of us forgot about. But we are going to do it. Right, so here's the time. We're going to start it and make sure the clutch works. We have rattle, which is cool. We have hey! I love the rattle of a twin plate. So we've just gone to start it up and it was blowing and there was a weird noise. This is our screamer diverter. So we have a screamer, but we have a bung which goes in this bit here and connects to the turbo, where it bypasses the screamer and turns into a normal exhaust again. If you can see here, it's cracked. The weld has just snapped off. So now we have a huge hole in the exhaust and it's pre the lambda sensor, meaning it's not good.
What you've just shown people,
yeah.
That's what it should look like.
That's what it should look like, and that goes onto turbo. This is a like an externally gated one without a screamer. So we have a screamer which comes up here, which up there, so we can make it like this, but it's just
cracked the world.
Oh no. Oh.